Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer sounded the alarm over what he calls an unelected shadow government, accusing Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, of seizing unauthorized access to sensitive Treasury Department payment systems.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm proud to be joined by Senators Murray, Warren, Schatz, and White. Now, before our very eyes, an unelected shadow government is conducting a hostile takeover of the federal government. Last Friday, DOGE forcefully gained access to the Treasury Department's payment systems and to the most sensitive information of virtually every U.S. citizen. Donald Trump basically handed DOGE the Social Security data of virtually every American citizen. Donald Trump gave DOGE access to America's personal tax refund data. He gave DOGE access to people's Medicare and Medicaid benefits, disability payment data, veteran benefit data. Worst of all, we don't know what DOGE intends to do with this information. If you want to know how an unelected shadow government operates, look no further than DOGE. DOGE staffers, whomever they are, now have unprecedented access to the most sensitive payment data in the entire federal government, with no transparency, with no guardrails, and guess what? The one independent watchdog who could have provided oversight was fired by Donald Trump over a week ago. The Treasury Secretary must revoke DOGE's access to the Treasury payment system at once. If not, Congress must act immediately. That is why Leader Jeffries and I are working together on legislation which we will introduce to stop unlawful meddling in the Treasury Department's payment systems. We must protect people's Social Security payments, their Medicare payments, tax refunds from any possible tampering by DOGE or any other unauthorized entities. Let's be very clear. DOGE is not a real government agency. It has no authority to make spending decisions. It has no authority to shut programs down or ignore federal law. To give DOGE a chokehold on Treasury payments is outlandishly dangerous. It's like putting a tiger into a petting zoo and then hoping for the best. It's impossible to overstate that this is playing with fire. The Bureau of the Fiscal Service, which oversees these Treasury Department payments, executes over 1 billion transactions a year worth $6 trillion. If these payments were ever intentionally or even accidentally halted or manipulated, it could paralyze our economy if we're not careful. One mistake, and people's Social Security benefits could freeze. Disability payments, aid to veterans, loans to small businesses, they could all be endangered. The Treasury Department is already using extraordinary measures to ensure we do not default on the debt. If DOGE's careless meddling caused us to default, it could trigger a worldwide financial crisis. This all begs an obvious question. What does DOGE really want with this data? What possible reason is there to give right-wing extremists people's Social Security payments, Medicare payments, and personal information? Will DOGE try to halt Social Security or Medicare or Medicaid payments? God forbid. God forbid. Will DOGE cut funding to programs approved by Congress that Donald Trump decides he doesn't like? What about cancer research, food banks, school lunches, veterans aid, literacy programs, small business loans? How do we know DOGE won't use its access to the Treasury to enrich Donald Trump's billionaire friends? What if they go after business competition of DOGE's leadership? It is laughably naive to look at the wealthy billionaires who run DOGE and take them at their word that all they care about is efficiency. Give me a break. The Treasury Department must revoke DOGE's access to the Treasury payment system at once. We must halt this unlawful and dangerous power grab. DOGE has no business anywhere near the federal government's payment systems, nor America's private thing. Senator Murray.
During a press conference, Schumer described DOGE's actions as a hostile takeover of the federal government, claiming the organization forcefully accessed personal financial data, including Social Security records, Medicare payments, and veterans' benefits. This is an unprecedented breach of public trust, Schumer warned. DOGE is now in possession of the most sensitive financial information of virtually every American citizen. Schumer further alleged that Donald Trump facilitated this access, arguing that DOGE's unchecked influence is a direct result of the former president's reckless decisions. He expressed concerns about potential manipulation of federal spending programs and the implications of DOGE having direct access to government financial data without oversight. The one independent watchdog who could have provided oversight was fired by Donald Trump just over a week ago, Schumer stated. If you want to know how an unelected shadow government operates, look no further than DOGE. He called for immediate legislative intervention to revoke DOGE's access and prevent further unlawful meddling in federal operations. Elon Musk, in response, dismissed Schumer's concerns as hysterical reactions and political grandstanding. DOGE is doing exactly what it was designed to do: eliminate waste, streamline bureaucracy, and return efficiency to government spending, Musk said. This is a rare opportunity to fix a broken system, and those who fear change are lashing out. Musk supporters, including Senator Joni Ernst, echoed this sentiment. Americans should get used to this level of disruption, Ernst stated. Government waste has been rampant for decades, and DOGE is finally taking real action to cut unnecessary spending and refocus taxpayer dollars where they belong. However, critics argue that DOGE's unchecked authority could pose significant risks. This is about more than efficiency, said policy analyst James Cartwright. When you hand an unelected entity sweeping control over financial data and government spending, the potential for abuse skyrockets. Transparency and accountability should be the priority here. The controversy surrounding DOGE raises broader concerns about the balance between government efficiency and democratic oversight. With Schumer pushing for urgent congressional action and Musk defending DOGE as a necessary reform, the battle over who controls federal financial systems is far from over. As the debate intensifies, questions remain: is DOGE a necessary force for change in a bloated bureaucracy, or a dangerous overreach by unelected power? The answer could reshape the future of government operations in the United States.